hope you guys don't mind, but I just feel like talking about my problems, I just don't know how much more of this I can take. Not that I'm, thinking of doing something. You don't have to worry about that. But I do feel that everything that I've experienced in these 5 months has been the worst thing that I could think of. And I thought last year December was bad. So for context, I would say in December, maybe even November, I was the unhappiest person ever. I honestly felt like giving up and not graduating, but then I thought to myself, you know what, you've been working all this time, you've been pursuing something, and you can't just let everything that you've worked for go. You can't just let it all go to waste. So I got my degree, graduated. It was amazing. It was so fun. The after party was also pretty good. Grateful for everything that happened. Now we cut to January 2026. I didn't think about the shift in work. Obviously it's going to be more work, but nobody prepared me, or I didn't mentally prepare myself in how challenging it was going to be, how demanding the hours would have been in me focusing on work. I've been doing nothing but working from January until now, which is May 2026. I've been doing nothing but working. Sometimes I'll have, breaks in between, but the workload from last year to this year obviously is going to be a big shift. Now, in terms of my mental health, it has deteriorated so much. I feel the worst I could possibly feel. I'm crying almost every day, which is something I'm not used to doing. Usually it's only once or twice a week. Now it's an everyday thing. I also cried on the first day of classes. Not a good sign, you would think, but we push on through. And then it also comes to the situation of the people I know, everyone I know who was with me last year and who graduated. Maybe the people a year before me, they're still here. The thing is, I never get to see them. I never get to make time for them because they're always busy, or I'm always busy. Our schedules never align, and it's just so annoying because I've only seen, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen that many people more than once or twice, and that is very, very scary to think. Sometimes I think that I put my work in more than I put my friendship work in, which is very sad because I do think since we're in May, there's still a good chunk of the year left, but also there's not, because we're already in term 2. What is going to happen? Am I going to lose all my friends? Am I going to gain new friends? Because the second option does not seem possible when I'm constantly in the library or in my room studying. So I really don't know what option to do. And the thing is, I could always make time. Time is something I don't have. Time is something that I need to, I can't even think. Time is something that exists only in the context of, there was a bird that flew, in the context of university, and that concept is non-existent. So I really can't tell you what to do. I really can't tell myself what to do because that's very strange. I really don't have any, I'm looking at myself in the camera, my eyes look very soulless, like the light and joy and optimism that I had at the beginning of the year, it's slowly deteriorating. There's almost nothing left. I don't know how I'm coping even now. And then it comes to the third thing, which is something that I'm still coming to terms with, my relationship. So I was seeing someone for 8 months, perhaps the best 8 months of my life. I really can't find any fault with that. The thing is, there was this one thing, and you know, people who have broken up before, that one thing can either be such a minuscule thing or can be such a big thing in your relationship, and it can either help you grow or be the end of it. And unfortunately, mine was the end of it. It was difficult to accept at first. Well, at first it actually wasn't. At first I thought, okay, yeah, we're broken up, it doesn't matter. We're going to see each other again, you know, like couples do, they get back together. After the second week, I thought, oh, so this is the real thing. And I just broke down crying because I couldn't understand what was going on. And for the weeks after that, it was just so difficult. Not only because I became dependent on him, I think we still maintained our independent nature, which I think is pretty good, but I think that all I wanted to do was just send him a message or see him or just ask him how his day was. I'm even getting emotional about it now, but I think that having that taken away or that being removed from my routine, it's almost like I didn't know what to do, because that just became something that I would do. And after we broke up, I thought, oh, so now there's this space that I don't see as being filled, and I don't understand how or why it cannot be filled by me doing other things. Like I tried doing other things, like I tried knitting, I tried talking to my friends and family about the situation. It does help, really. Talking does make the world of a difference. But there's still that piece inside of you that thinks, what would happen if we got back together, or why aren't we back together? And I do think that that question is still something I need to answer, but for now I do think that I am handling myself better. I am finding ways of managing without, yeah, he was my best friend, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is. It's just one of those things. And I told him when we broke up, like a few minutes before we said our final goodbyes, I told him that he is the reason, or perhaps the big reason, why I now believe that love can exist. And I was someone that, before our relationship, I wasn't someone that thought that I could ever find love or I could be loved. And the the fact that we were together for that long, it really showed me how wonderful being in a relationship is, and how wonderful someone can be for you and to you and treat you just like the best person that they see in you. If that I don't think that makes sense at all. They treat you as the best person that they see in you. I think I'm not sure, but yeah, no, I have definitely felt that the emotion that I shared with him, and it's getting very bright. Oh my word, hang on. The emotion that it's unnecessarily bright. The emotion that I shared with him and the feelings that I have for him, they'll never go away. I'll always feel the same way for him, like I did the first time that we met. And he's just someone that I will treasure for the rest of my life. I really, really do wish him nothing but the best. And yeah, clearly I haven't moved on from it if I'm still talking like this, but yeah. No, I have nothing but good memories with him. Nothing that stands out as a negative point. It's really funny if I think about it. Like, everything was going well, everything was on a high, everything was just fantastic, and that one minuscule thing was able to just, but yeah, we move. The last thing I would say is that I just feel so unhappy. Yes, I don't know if I've spoken about this, but I feel like I'm running the same routine every single day. I feel that I'm not doing anything meaningful. I feel like I'm just stuck in a loop. Like, I could just live the same day over and over and over again and nothing would change. And it's so frustrating because I feel that there would be a standout day within the week sometimes, and like, for example, today I did nothing but sleep, study, eat. That's all I did. And that's the same routine every single day: sleep, study, eat, sleep, study, eat. And the stagnancy of it all, I feel, is very, very complicated, because yes, I could do all my studying, all my work on my thesis even, but I do feel that all this free time I could be doing something meaningful, I could be doing something productive, I could be doing something interesting, entertaining with my life. But no, all of these things are just leading me to become stagnant, and it's just so unfortunate, because I was looking forward to this year as a chance to become active in my discipline, and it's been nothing but the opposite. How sad is that? I feel that I just need some kind of movement going. I don't know. That could be maybe the best thing for me. But I do think at the same time, this stagnancy would be good, because now it's opening my eyes up to something that I should be seeing, or I should have seen sooner. I feel like, I don't know if I'm going to continue studying, if I shouldn't, I'm still grappling with that. But I do think that this is definitely a period of me working towards something. I just don't know what it is. And it's just so frustrating, because I'm used to knowing, or I'm used to seeing ahead. I don't know anything what's going to, I don't know what's going to happen to me. Like, am I going to, well, for the obvious thing, yes, work, sleep, eat. Work, sleep, eat. But in between that, I don't know what's going to happen. Am I going to experience something so detrimental that I'm going to fall into a depression? Am I going to experience something so monumental? Is it that it's going to impact my life for the worse? Am I going to experience something that's going to better my life? I don't know. And that's what scares me. I feel that I could cry and I could laugh and I could just live each day as it is, but nothing would change because I don't know anything. And I know that is something that is guaranteed in life. You don't know anything. But I also think it sucks because I want to take charge of my life, but I can't do that if I don't know anything. And it's so frustrating. So yeah, here's to me not knowing anything that's going on in my life. I hope that this is going to be an eye-opener for me in the future, specifically in the next 5-10 years, when I look back at this and think of the loser that I was and the winner that I will become. Yeah, that's basically what I have to say. I'll keep struggling and keep striving and keep thriving in whatever order comes first, and I'll just have to make it through this year. We'll see how we feel next year. Okay. Bye, Caitlin.